All right, give me 1 second here. I'll get this live stream started. All right, here we go. June 2025 recap. We are 6 months through the year, halfway through 2025 already. Kind of crazy, but here we are. So, June 2025. Let's get right to it, I guess. Here we go. So first, I'll do a quick channel update, then the results here for the month of June, and then future outlook. So first of all, starting off, tonight will be 1MM Part 2. I meant to do it last night, but I had some stuff come up, so I was busy, so I pushed it back to tonight. So I believe I have it set for 7 p.m., so look forward to that. But I think that's really about it. Between now and then, I'm going to do another live stream actually with some more Rubik's Cube stuff. So look forward to that sometime in the next hour or two, probably. So I'll do that. But I guess that's really it for a channel update. I don't really have much else for content coming out at the moment. Yeah, I think that's about it. So let's get right to the June results here and see how this month went. So, yeah, let's get right into it. So, the passive income for this month was one of my second best ever, actually. $600.81. Just higher than the month of April, and about $10 or nine, I guess, dollars up from last month. And we're getting into one of these little zones again, or it's like 3-4 months all in the same kind of range. Had 3 months in a row between $600 and $591. So, really good month for the passive income. For anyone just joining the live stream, all I did was just a quick channel update. 1mm had to move that to tonight instead of last night, so that'll be at 7 p.m. tonight, and then I'm going to do a Rubik's Cube live stream within the next hour or two, probably as well. So look forward to those. But yeah, the passive income, another really good month, and the future actually looks pretty good for the passive income for the next 2 months, I would say. It should probably be similar numbers, if not higher. So, but towards the end of the year, I'll have to find a new strategy, but we'll have to see what happens. So, and since it is the end of the first half of the year, I usually try and look at things each quarter. So this first half of the year, the first 3 months of this year were pretty poor, honestly. The first January was good, but then February and March were terrible. But the next 3 months have been really good. So hopefully, somehow, even after all this time, it's still been going up. So hopefully, I can keep it up. So that's the passive income, and now to the net worth, which I've really kind of struggled with a bit this year. But this was a good month, really. Second best month of the year, coming in at 2.97%, puts us up 7.44% on the year, and we end the month at $172,999. I was actually 2 cents away from 173,000. So it's, as you can see, it's been quite the year. It's been a lot of up and down. Had a great January, kind of a poor February. Had to buy a car, but I bounced right back in March, and then had a good month in April, and things were really looking good. But then I had to buy another car in May. That was kind of a surprise. So that that really brought me back down. But I kind of gained it all back and more here by the end of June here. So we're back over that 170,000 mark, and things actually look fairly decent heading into the future here. On the long-term scale, we're up 31.18% in the last 1 year. So going back to June of last year, we were at $131,871. So 1 year ago today, I was pretty much 40. I gained $41,000 since today of 2024 of last year. So obviously last year was pretty much just straight up. This year's a little rocky to start, but really, even though after 6 months I'm only up like just under $12,000, having to buy 2 cars, and still I bought 2 cars. I've contributed over half the amount to my Roth IRA for the year, and I'm still up over $12,000 on the year. I really provided all the things that I've had to pay for this year so far. I'd say that's pretty darn good, actually. All things considered, it's like if I didn't have to pay for that second car, I would literally be over $180,000 already. But it is what it is, and despite the little rockiness here, it's still going up. So, and hopefully, if these next 2 or 3 months here can be a little more consistent, the future actually looks pretty good. Here is the daily chart. Obviously, this month of May was bad, and it ended off right about here, not even really halfway back up to there, but I had a really good month in June here, made a good amount of money. So I reached a new all-time high. Did I? No, I didn't end the month at an all-time high, but I did reach a new all-time high. Had some expenses here at the end of the month that dropped it back down. So I actually did the math here from this all-time high before this big drop. It took me, I believe, 56 days to hit a new all-time high. And this even bigger drop, it only took me 53 days to hit a new all-time high after that. So I actually recovered from this one. This car purchased faster than this one, which is kind of weird because I spent several $1,000s more on this one. So, but I just made a lot more money in this last few months. So that's kind of how that happened. But I've had these 2 big setbacks, but things are still moving up. Good. And also, I would be actually quite a bit higher. I could have been over like $175,000 at the moment, but I have been contributing to my Roth IRA monthly instead of last year. Like this month in April of 2024, I did it all at once, all whatever it was, $7,000. I have been contributing a good amount each month this time. So it's instead of one big drop, it's been just kind of hampering each of these individual months. So really, I could have had probably 2-3% months. Because I think March I contributed like $700. This month was like $1,400. This one was like $1,100, and then I contributed another $1,000 this month. I'm actually at because I can contribute $7,000 in a year. I have done $4,500 so far. So I only have $2,500 left. So I've been making really good progress with that. And I'm hoping if all works out, I can do maybe another 1,000 here in the month of July. So really only up 7.44% on the year through the first 6 months. I guess looking at that, that's kind of disappointing, especially compared to last year. Last year I was up, I think I went up like 16% in the first 3 months. I mean, obviously it's a percentage, so the numbers are different. It's like, but still, I went up $18,000 in the first 3 months of 2024, and I'm only up like 12,000 in the first 6 months of 2025. But obviously, things have happened, and at the end of the day, I'm still moving up. So it was a good month, and I guess solid, all things considered. And I think I've learned from last year not to panic in these situations and just stay on the course, and things will eventually work out. And I've recovered really good here each time. So the future outlook, the next 2 months have a chance to be really good. We're gonna have to wait and see, but if things can stay consistent and I don't have any major unplanned expenses again, like these car purchases or anything like that, the next 2 months could be good. July could be I don't think July will be a amazing month, but it should be solid. I could gain maybe $2,000-3,000 while still contributing another 1,000 to my Roth IRA. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for, but we'll just have to see what happens with that. But I think it should be a solid month. Not as good as this month, but still should be. It'll be decent enough. And the month of August has a chance to really be a great month, potentially. As you can see, last year in 2024, August was my best month ever. I went up 6.31%, almost $9,000. It won't be that good, but basically August is the second and final month of this year where I'll get, and I usually get 2 paychecks a month. August, I'll get 3 paychecks a month. And because I will be converting to full-time to my job here within the next month, I should be getting paid out my annual leave that I have built up, which is going to be several $1,000s probably. I won't know exactly how much for sure until it actually happens, but I would expect probably at least 2,500 at minimum, likely quite a bit more, but we'll have to wait and see. So originally I was just going to take all that money and use it to finish off my Roth IRA, but if I make another contribution in July, that would really take out some of that, so I'll just be able to take some of that money and just stash it away here. So and depending on how soon I get to be full-time at my job, that'll kind of affect how much, well, obviously it'll affect how much I make, and just depends if it's in the first pay period of August or the second. That could also affect how much I make that month, because I'll probably make more money before I go full-time. So if I get one more really good paycheck before that happens, that would help it even more. So really, it's let me think here. It's if everything goes great, the ceiling is really wait, I think I did the math wrong. Let me try that again. So let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to do some math here quick. Times 2. So really, the best case scenario is I could make maybe $6,000 in profits in the month of August. It would probably be between 4,000 and 6,000, but probably 6,000 is probably on the higher end. Which, if I have a decent maybe $1,000-$2,000 profits next month, that would push me all the way up over 180,000. So that would really make this year look a lot better. But like I said, we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. I know I was really expecting to go full time and stuff back in like March or April, but it's just kept getting pushed off, and it should finally be happening now. By the end of next month in July, I will have a lot more answers and a much better idea of how things are going to work. But it won't be until August that I actually see the paychecks and know exactly what I'm going to be making then. So, with that being said, the lower income is definitely going to be a thing in the future, but how much, that remains to be seen. But so right now, I'm just going to focus on these next 2 months, trying to have a solid July, maybe get, if I'm lucky, contribute another $1,000 to my Roth IRA, and maybe just get over maybe $175,000 if all goes well, and then that would set us up for a really good August, hopefully, to really push us higher. But that's about it. Solid first half of the year. Had that unfortunate another car purchase, but it is what it is. So what can you do? Just keep grinding and bounce back. And I've done it twice so far this year, and hopefully I don't have any more big drops like that, but we'll just keep grinding away. But yeah, that's going to do it for this live stream. Thank you all for watching, and I'll be back for the July one. Like I said, 1 tonight at 7 p.m., and probably within the next hour or so, I'm probably going to do a Rubik's Cube live stream, so look forward to that. I'll see you all